It wasn't my position that was supposed to rescue. It was God. Maybe by this point, Moses is saying, yes, finally, my people will be free. God's going to go and deliver them. It's going to be wonderful. He's a deliverer. He's a rescuer. And then God goes and changes it. Verse 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send you to Pharaoh that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. Lord, did I hear correctly? What happened to all that? I've seen, I've heard, I've cried, taskmasters. What happened to all that? And you've come down to deliver them? What's this come now, I send you? No. Remember, I already tried it. I failed. I already tried. They won't listen to me. They don't respect me. They don't believe in me. Why would they go? Here, I'm happy. I tell the sheep where they go, they go. I tell them not to go, I block them, they don't go. What do you mean, Lord? This is the part where the understanding comes. Listen. Come now, therefore, I will send. When you look at the words in the text of the words, what it actually says is not a commissioning of somebody saying, go, and you go by yourself. It's a thing of saying, come, let's go, and I'm with you. You understand the difference? I'm going by yourself, but now it's saying, come on. Moses, I'm sending you to Pharaoh, but I'm coming with you. I'm behind you. You know, we always say when you know, my children, they're young, and when they want to do something and they get a little bit afraid, I always say, come on, go ahead, you can do it. Don't worry, Daddy will be there. And they get fortified and say, okay, I can go do this. That's what he's saying. Moses, go ahead, I'll be behind you. I'm coming with you. You're not going there alone. I'm with you. And Moses is so overwhelmed. He says, who am I that I should go for? Who am I? Who am I? It goes back to the very point. I thought I was somebody, but that was shattered. And now you're coming back and you're telling me almost the same thing that I thought before, but I don't get it. Who am I? What makes me able to go in and do this? And notice this. The answer wasn't, oh, Moses, you're a great man. The answer wasn't, oh, because you're the prince. The answer wasn't because I have chosen you. It was none of those things. What was the answer? I will certainly be with you. Who am I? I am whatever God who is in me wants me to be. That's who I am. Whatever I've accomplished, it's God who's in me doing it. Whatever I have thought that has been good, is God in me that is thinking it. Whatever I've accomplished, it's because of God. Moses, I'm with you. I will certainly be with you. Come, let's go. Moses had an incredible revelation of God who's holy. A God who's connected to us. A God who not only sees, but sees with understanding and hears with understanding. You know what I think of hearing with an understanding? This is what I think of. I remember when my first daughter was born, and we would be out at some meeting, and we had a young lady who was helping us, and they would be holding the baby in the back during the meeting. you hear a baby crying. And my wife would jump up and go to the bathroom. And in the beginning days, it amazed me. Because I thought, in the midst of 3, 4 crying babies, how does she know our daughter is the one crying? And then I found out, thank God, God doesn't leave fathers out. He gives us the ability after too. For some reason, there's a little bit of time to it. Right? Especially at night, you don't hear it. You don't want to wake up. But that's the same thing with God. He knows when his children are crying. He hears our cry. He knows us. He's come to deliver us and come to deliver the people. And the greatest thing is, God, who can do everything by himself, he says, guess what? I want to do it. I want you to have the privilege to do it with me. How wonderful. How wonderful that we have the privilege to work with God. Yet how many times we think we've done it? You guys know about the story? I'm sure you've heard the story about the elephant and the monkey, right? No? There was this huge deluge, like that happened somewhere around here. Some poor guy, 3-year-old Ferrari got flooded. I saw it in the newspaper, right? Huge rain and the river was flooded. And the monkey came, and the monkey had to go to the other side of the river. But the river was so wide, he's trying to figure out, how do I get to the other side? And the branches are bending down on one tree, and he gets to the tip, but it's too far to jump to the other tree. Going back and forth, he can't swim. I can't swim across that. The current is too fast. The monkey's thinking. Then here comes Mr. Elephant. Big trunk. Stops at the riverside. The monkey comes. Mr. Elephant, are you going to cross the river? Yes, I am. The current won't wash you away. Elephant says, look at my sides. What will happen? Can I come with you? Monkey crawls up on the elephant's back, step by step, start crossing the river. The river gets even faster, and the waves are starting to splash up onto the monkey, and he's holding on for everything, and still the elephant's steady. Keeps going. Finally, they make it to the other side. And once they get to the other side, the monkey crawls down off the elephant, comes to the front, and looks at the elephant and says, we crossed the river, huh? Isn't it amazing how God will do all the work, and he's so wonderful that he lets us take the credit. He lets us take the credit. He lets us enjoy the blessing. He lets us enjoy his presence. How wonderful is our God. Who am I? I'm a child of God. That's all that's important. Everything else he'll sort out. Who am I? My purpose is found in him. My destiny is found in him.